Okay, I'm gonna title this one "Ich bin nackt." Well, except for blankets, because I don't need to put my naughty bits on YouTube. But if some chick wants to see my naughty bits, well, she can come over here and show me her naughty bits first. That's the only way she gets to see my naughty bits. But let's see. I was watching Sabina Hassenfeller's latest video where she talked about defunding, um, various scientific academic institutions. Now, I'm not sure if she's talking about the ones here in the U.S. If she's talking about the ones in her country of Germany. If she's talking about the government-funded ones and the privately funded ones. Now there's some ones that are private that are publicly funded. There's all kinds of different institutions, globally. I'm not quite sure what she's because you. I'm just not quite sure what she's referring to. But anyway, they will probably get funded. They'll probably just get their budgets cut, but they'll probably still get funded and probably just have to lay off a few people. Let's see. I was going to talk. I did a job. I'm going to post a couple of videos, or about 4 videos tomorrow. I did from a job. I did, close to the Strata Mountains. That's a very, very pretty country down in there. I wouldn't mind living off down in there, close to the Strata Mountains. Only problems, they got rattlesnakes down there because I did encounter one 6 or 8 months ago. And there's some of those places, there's a very, very bumpy road to get in there. But she said I did have permission to, well, I guess anybody can drive off. Well, I could go maybe half a mile or a mile south of where her house is, and there's some of the lower peaks of Estrellas. Sometimes I would have gone today, but I didn't have a pack I could carry water and stuff in, and it's just warm enough that I want to have maybe a few quarts of water to hike up in there. And so I'll probably do that maybe next Sunday or sometime next week. But if some chick wants to join me, she can send me an email and or comment on this video, and repairman James Godwin at yahoo.com. You can hike down there because we can do that in a day's time. I'm hoping you wouldn't leave me stranded out to base Estrellas. Of course, I could walk off this lady's house and get a ride back to town here. I'm sure she'd love to do that. Do that for me. Let's see where else I'm going to go with this. There's several things I'm going to cover. If some chick wanted to do that. Out there by Tonopah, about the Saddle Mountain. We go out there to look for that Tonopah Witch Cave, see if that's still there. Personally, I think the BLM went out and blew it up. I've covered that Tonopah Witch maybe a couple of years ago. If someone wants to hear that story again, I'll repost it. But I don't know. It's probably just a wild tale. The Tonopah Witch is probably a fake story. It's probably all fiction. But anyway, I know there's some type of like sun spirituals camp out there. They had hot spring and stuff out there. I know they're out there. I've been out there a little bit, but let's see where I tried to Tonopah. I'll probably go out there by myself and just bring my pickup up where I can camp out of it for a day or two. I wanted to run down and get that aircraft boneyard, down there by Marana, down there just north of Tucson. I wanted to go down there sometime and get that, but I don't know if that's open to give tours down there or not because I searched it on Google Maps and it said it was closed. So I don't know, but I definitely want to call them and make sure it's open before I head down there. Another place I'd probably do like an 1 or 2 night thing was Picacho Peak. Now, if anyone here doesn't know, Arizona had a Civil War battle, and it's not quite up there with Gettysburg or Antietam or some of the other major Civil War battles, but we did have Picacho Peak was an American Civil War battle site, but maybe half a dozen men were killed on both sides, something like that. And I think as I understand it, the South won that one, but the South ended up losing long term. But let's see where else I got going. There's a whole bunch of places on my bucket list. That Glen Fry Monument up in Winslow, Arizona. Yeah, I'd love to go up there. I'd probably do that like as a 1 or 2 day thing, but I'd probably do that as a Route 66 thing. Just maybe I can rig something up. Before I did Route 66, I would want to retire from my current job. I would want to be monetized, retire from my current job, and do that Route 66 thing as maybe a year-long trip or something like that. But that's more a long-term thing. But that Glen Fry statue is in, that Adigo song, "Standing on the Corner, Winslow, Arizona. There's a girl, my lord, in a flatbed Ford, stopping to stare at me," or something like that. But he's got a handful of girlfriends. Some of them love him, some of them want to stone him. But he's looking for one more girlfriend. That's the interpretation of that song. That song's pretty easy to understand. Not like the warm spell of Cletus, which I guess the warm spell of Cletus will probably be lost to history. It's up to the individual's interpretation. Anyway, love y'all. Bye-bye.